carrying my recycle tub down to the curb the other day, and I started to wonder what the process was with county recycling. Where were my bottles, cans, plastics, and cardboard headed? What was their fate? The recycling trucks drive up to my curb, two guys get out and collect the tubs from either side of the street, then go about sorting the contents into the proper bins in a trailer pulled by the truck, loudly. My guys sometimes show up at 7 a.m. I called Amy Schirf at Center County Recycling and Refuse Authority. She's the education coordinator there and holds a degree in environmental studies, and seems to really like playing in the trash. Center County Recycling is located out past the mall just before Rockview Prison. If you're driving in the area, you'll see countless trucks coming and going, recycle and garbage trucks dropping off, while 18-wheel trash haulers pick up our waste here and take it to a landfill east of State College. There's no longer a landfill at the State College site. I learned a lot about what can and can't be recycled, and the fact that residents can drop off things like big TVs and old computers to the site, along with refrigerators and other large appliances, no charge. Amy was navigating through a mountain of trash when I caught up with her. Her enthusiasm for the job makes her the perfect fit to handle all of the garbage that comes with it. So Amy, how many customers do you service in the Center County area?
We have about 800 businesses that we collect blue toters from, a bunch of material. We also have 27.
What's a blue toter?
Oh, a blue toter is it's about a 90-gallon cart.
So it's a bigger tub.
It is. So our businesses get the blue bins. Our residents, we have about 27,000 residents.
27,000. And what counties? Well,
Just
obviously
in
Center
Center.
County. So we go all the way to Bald Eagle and Bellefonte, or is it just State College area?
Our curbside customers are mostly State College Borough, then the COG, so Harris Township, Patton, Ferguson, Benner. We have some in Spring, Half Moon. Pretty much the county where it's more populated. So in the areas where there's not that many people, we have our drop-off bins, about 100 of those.
Well, I'm in Half Moon, and you guys come out there.
Oh, we do. I'm in Half Moon too, so Friday and Half Moon.
There you go.
Fridays are the day that my recycling goes out. So we try to get as many as we can.
You said 800 businesses.
800 businesses.
How many individual homeowners then would you say?
About 27,000.
27,000. That's a lot of crap to pick up.
It's a lot. We get about 25,000 pounds a week. I'm pretty sure that's the number. About 15,000 tons of recycling a year.
15,000 tons.
Yes.
That is a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
What about Penn State? What about a Penn State football game? Do you guys do anything with that?
We do. So at Penn State football games, if you're in the tailgate area, you will get a blue bag that you put your recycling in. The Penn State crew collects it, brings it to us. We hand sort it, send it out to be recycled.
Hand sorted. How long does that take?
It takes anywhere, depending on how busy that Penn State game is, it could take anywhere from 1 to 3 days to sort.
Like a whiteout.
Whiteout 3 days. 3 days, no doubt.
Oh my God. And where does it just lay right here, right by the Center County waste area in your parking lot, or what?
Right on our floor in the recycling building. They dump it all in there. The guys just start
go crazy.
Open it up with their hands and sort it with their hands.
Oh my God. I can imagine you find some pretty bizarre things
in
those bags.
We do.
Not just glass bottles and and beer cans.
Not just what's supposed to be there.
Well, all right, so how many trucks and workers do you have here that work on site?
All right, well, we have 70 employees.
70 total.
70 total, but our trucks, we have 12 curbside trucks.
That's it. I see them all over the place all the time.
All over. So but I just found this out, we have about 50 different routes.
Okay.
So there's 50 routes. The 12 trucks kind of share those routes all week, pick up from all around the county, and then bring it to our recycling building. They empty those trucks out. Our crew in the building sorts it, gets it in all of their correct categories, make sure it's clean to be sent out to be recycled. We want it to be clean, no contamination. We take the contamination
wait a
out.
minute, clean. If you've got cans and bottles, if you've got bottles,
yes,
that maybe there was ketchup in it or something. I guess they're plastic, but what do you mean clean? How do you clean?
Let me change the meaning of clean. How about non-contaminated?
Okay,
so
non-contaminated.
There could be some spaghetti sauce in that jar, but we want to make sure there's no styrofoam in there. We want to make sure there's things that we do not take, that the markets do not want, but a little bit of
So what you do is you take out what can't be recycled, and that must go to a big garbage can and then take down the landfill.
That's exactly what happens to it.
Gotcha.
Big old container where all the trash goes to that people accidentally try to recycle. We do take that out.
And it could be that the people don't realize that some things are not recyclable.
That is why.
One of the big questions I think a lot of people have are something like a big container with a wide mouth on it, like you'd find Cool Whip in or something like that. Now do you recycle that at all, or is there just a certain place that you recycle that?
So the wide mouth containers or clamshell containers, anything that's not a bottle, jug, or jar. We have 6 drop-off locations around the county for those. So you can't put those curbside. You do need to drive those to one of our 6 locations, which also come here and are hand sorted to make sure that, you know, we can't, a lot of times people do put styrofoam in there that we don't take. They put black plastic in there that we don't take.
Black plastic's no good.
Yeah, no good anymore. So we have to take the black plastic out if someone accidentally recycles that. So yeah, we do take that stuff, but it's a separate collection.
And people can find out where those are on your website,
They
can't
can,
they? Good to go. Okay, all right, can you briefly describe what the behavior of these truckers? Okay, they get in their trucks and they go out in the morning. Can you tell them what time do they start and what do they do during the day? How does it all work?
All right, they start around 6 a.m. They get in their trucks, they start their routes. Once their trucks are full, they drive back to the recycling center to unload, and then they send out for the next round, you know, so pretty much they will make about 1 to 2 drops per truck per day at the recycling center.
I guess that depends on how much they pick up.
Exactly.
Right?
Some routes might be heavier than others.
All right, so Amy, on a normal run, all right, so a normal day for two people in your truck, you're saying that they could come back once or twice during that day?
Yeah, usually they come back around lunchtime, so they'll drive their route, fill their trucks, come back around lunch, dump, go back out, and maybe come back in around 2:30. Make sure their trucks are all ready for the next day.
So they empty out again?
Empty out again, get ready for the next morning.
Good. Now, I see a mountain probably 30 feet tall in front of me of plastics. And this obviously came from homeowners. Is
Yes.
that and you're saying this is probably not contaminated because it comes right out of the homeowner's house. And what happens to this right now? Now you've got a lot of milk bottles with a top still on them. In fact, there are a lot of bottles that have top still on them. Is that a problem, or what happens next year?
So lids are okay. Lids on or off bottles are okay. What we will do next is we will take all the bottles, jugs, and jars from the households and the businesses and the bins around town, and we sort them into 7 different categories.
By hand?
By hand.
Oh my God, that's how many cubic feet of plastic is that? This is a massive.
We get a lot of plastic. Well, and I feel like everything's been moving towards plastic. So, you know, there's less glass now, and there's just more plastic. So, and everyone loves to recycle, so we get all their plastic.
Obviously, it's a good community for that.
It is great. And then we sort by hand. So we'll sort, you know, the milk jugs will be in one pile. The plastic water bottles will be in another pile. And so there's 7
jelly
different
jars
ones.
And the,
jelly.
I see small milk bottles here, and oh my gosh, it's just
large milk
everything
jugs,
plastic.
Everything plastic. And then once we sort and we make sure that there's, you know, no contamination and it's good to sell to markets, we bale it in our baler. So we make these big blocks that are about 1,500 pounds of plastic in it looks like a bale.
So you could reduce this 30-foot tower into maybe 1 or 2 of those.
Into nothing almost. Yeah.
They squash them down. Well, I think the last time I talked to you, you said there are times some of these milk bottles, if the caps are still on them and they get squished, they shoot off like it's a bullet.
They do, except we got a new baler.
Oh.
So now it's okay. Everything's safe now. Those lids on or off is totally okay with us.
So it must be closed in then. You can't get slammed with
You cannot. Yeah, we have a really nice baler now.
I think one of the problems that I've talked to you about in the past is that it's not uncommon for homeowners and businesses not to know what actually can be recycled. So they may be throwing away things that could be recycled. In fact, when we talked last, I didn't realize that cereal boxes could be crushed down, flattened rather, and be recycled. That's a different kind of cardboard. So how can a person get more informed about what you collect and what you can't?
That's a really good question. So we have a really good website, centercountyrecycles.org. I say Google Center County Recycles. On our website, there's different flyers for a household, for a business, for our drop-offs, everything we take at every location. Now, if you accidentally recycle something wrong in your curbside bin, our guys just won't take it. So that was like the good thing. If you don't know what you can recycle, but you want to try to recycle it, we just won't take it.
At least try, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people do like to try because people want to recycle. They really do, and there's just some things we can't take. But on our website, bunch of different flyers for where you live or maybe the business, and it should tell you everything you need to know about recycling.
Well, the next question would have to be, whenever you get all this trash, well, the recyclables together, and you crush it down, you sell it. And now you can only sell what other recyclers are buying.
Exactly.
And that's where you make your money. Does that money support CCRRA? Is that how you? That's your main where you get your dime?
So money we make from recycling sustains our recycling building.
There you go.
And markets are pretty good right now, so that's a good thing. Now, we didn't talk about trash yet, but the money that we make in the transfer station from the county trash almost sustains our whole operation.
Oh.
That's where the money is in trash. There is some in recycling, but it really is in trash.
There's money in trash.
There's money a lot.
Yeah, I think I see it on television almost every day.
Oh,
all that trash. Yeah. Okay, so then if someone picks up an item in their home, like some plastic, and there's the little recycling triangle on it, does that mean it absolutely can be recycled, or does that mean something else?
Okay, so we got 100% away from numbers.
Okay.
We don't even look at the numbers. What we look at is the size and the shape of the material. So for plastic, bottle, jug, or jar, no matter what the number is, we'll take it. If it's a bottle, a jug, or a jar, that's my tip.
Even the wide mouth ones?
And
they have to be delivered to some other place?
Yeah, so those ones will be delivered, right?
We
the
can't
wide
put
mouth.
those in our, yeah, we can't put those in our.
Right. What if I say narrow neck, bottles, jugs, and jars?
There you go.
No matter what number it is, we will take it.
Everybody knows the narrow neck.
The narrow necks.
Are there any of these items, these recyclable items, that a homeowner should do something with before they put it in, to clean it or anything like that into their boxes?
A nice rinse would be
rinse?
great. A nice rinse. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pristine. But as long as it's empty and rinsed, the only reason is
like
because
milk bottles.
Milk
they
bottles.
stink.
We don't want it to smell. We don't want the rodents to come in. A little rinse would be great.
Yeah, for your jelly jar, peanut butter can't be done. I tried
Peanut
that.
butter is tough. There's no doubt. But put the lid on. Get as much as you can out. Put the lid on it. You're good to go.
There you go. With all this material here, I see a big stack of cans. We've got plastics over here, cardboard over there, and I look magazines on the end. That really could invite a lot of pests into this area, like rats and raccoons and things like that. Is that a problem here?
It's actually not too big of a problem because we really do. People are so good here. They do rinse everything out. Our biggest...
Your customers, you mean?
Our customers,
yes.
Yes, they rinse everything out. I would say our biggest thing is we have birds.
Yeah.
But that's okay. They like to take our paper and make nests out of it. But not too many rodents unless we get some really bad, like, milk jugs that people didn't rinse and things like that.
They can really stink.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, it's very loud in here all day long. I imagine you got to wear hearing protection just to keep sane.
Yes, it's loud.
Or tractors backing up and the radio's being played over there by employees. But it's a very dynamic place. A lot of things going on at one time.
Oh, there's a lot between the trash and the recycling and just people bringing in, we take things like electronics and wood and tires, so things you can't put at the curb, but you can drive here, bring it, and we'll recycle it.
Well, that's one thing. When I looked on your website, I can bring a microwave oven here, a regular oven here, a refrigerator.
Yep.
And then you break it down, and the metal obviously gets sold. So talk about that. What's the strangest thing you ever got?
Oh, the strangest thing we ever got, I want to say one of the strangest things I've ever seen. It wasn't for recycling, it was in the trash, a hot tub.
A hot tub.
And I'm telling you, in a matter of 15 seconds, it was smashed to bits because they compact before we send off to the trash. But let me tell you, if it's out there, we've gotten it, either in recycling or trash.
So So getting past just the recyclables, you have special days you offer to customers as well. Talk about that. About what can people bring here that they might not know?
Okay, so once a year, every spring, we offer Household Hazardous Waste Collection event. It is a 2-day event where you can bring those, those hazardous items from your house that you really don't want to throw away. So things like insecticides and pool chemicals and cleaners and corrosives
antifreeze
and all that kind of, bring that. And we do have a list of yeses and nos.
On the
for
website.
that, yep, for that event. You just missed it. It is every spring, usually at the end of April every year.
We also do shredding, don't you?
Yes, so we do shredding at our facility. You would have to call and make an appointment. And every once in a while, we have special shredding events here. One is actually coming up.
Awesome. So we're standing in front of a massive pile of plastics, all kinds of different colors. I see some boxes in there as well, some styrofoam. What happens here?
So what you are looking at is the insides of our miscellaneous plastic containers. It is pre-sorted that you see, so it has a lot of contamination in it right now.
So contamination is something that can't be recycled.
Exactly. So what the guys will do is they will take this big pile, take the contamination out with their hands, so they'll sort the contamination out, leave the good plastic to be baled and sent to be recycled.
So all this stuff runs up conveyor belts.
Yep.
I can see a bunch of people, workers up there that are just pulling things out and throwing them into different areas. Sorting this by hand every day, this is probably not what every high schooler wants to do when they come out of school, but
No.
this has to be done, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, because we don't have automation here. We are all hand.
I'm at 70 people?
Yeah.
That's 140 hands.
Yeah.
You need them all.
Actually, in the recycling building, there might only be about 8 guys that sort.
Oh my gosh, that's fast hands then. The magicians.
Yeah, they work hard.
Well, let's go over to the compressor. I want to
Okay.
see how this plastic gets compressed.
Okay. All right, so here is the end product of our bales. You can see there are bales stacked
Yikes.
all around this facility.
Oh, that's really colorful. Look like Christmas ornaments over
Yes,
there.
the aluminum cans are my favorites. They're all colorful
Oh, yeah, I
and
see
shiny.
The plastic too isn't bad. So these
Yeah.
are cans right here.
Yep, we have
How much does one of
cans.
those bales weigh?
About 1,800 pounds.
1,800 pounds, and it looks like it's got to be at 5-6 feet wide and probably 3 feet tall and 4 feet wide.
Oh yeah, we can fit 39 of these onto a tractor trailer.
39. Oh, that's
Yep.
a lot of weight. A lot of beer cans, Joe. That must have been after the blue-white game.
Oh, lots. College town, right?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Lots of beer cans. Yeah, we have plastic bottles. We have plastic jugs and jars.
I see. Are these the bags over here?
We do we ask paper to be bagged curbside,
yep, that's
so
what I
we
do.
recycle the bags. So we rip the bags open, get the paper loose, recycle the bags.
What's all that noise here? What's happening?
That is, we're sorting plastic bottles.
I see. Okay.
And that's the bottles falling off the end of the belt
into the crusher.
into the crusher.
Oh, is this
Yep.
So I actually see a picture here. Is this
Yeah.
is this what
So
we're going to see getting crushed?
what you're looking at is the material getting ready to go down the belt into the baler.
There you go.
But it's lunchtime, so they're not working, which is probably a good thing because it would be really loud if they were working. But it goes through our baler, gets compacted into the cubes, comes right out.
All the way out.
They check the outside of it, make sure there's no contamination peeking out, send it on the trucks.
Well, I hope they recycle their lunch food and everything. Make sure their containers are recycled.
That's right.
I see up there's another conveyor.
Yep.
A lot of action around here. You got to keep your
yeah.
head on a swivel.
You always have to be looking around here.
Those look like plastic bottles
Those are.
that
Yep.
I'm hearing and seeing there. Oh yeah, a lot of belt moving. So let's go over here by these all these plastic bags. This is the most colorful of the material. And yeah, there's some interesting smells back here. Amy,
This is when I said please rinse,
Oh my
right?
gosh,
Because
look at that,
so
yeah.
what we're looking at is this is yellow milk jugs, laundry detergent containers, which could be blue, green, red. So this is our beautiful, colorful, mostly bottles.
and it's tied by, it looks like twine or something. Or
It
rope, or
is,
like maybe almost
metal-
parachuting. Or, that's
metal
a metal
wire.
Oh, that's wire. I
Yeah.
have to see the. I think it helps that there are detergent bottles here because kind of cuts the smell of the milk and the other things
Yes,
that are
I say
soured
leave
out.
a little detergent in if you want, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's not a bad
it
plan.
might smell a little better. But these kind of, to me, look like balloons.
Yes, I thought
Like-
the same. I thought these were bags at
Yeah,
first.
they look like smashed
I
balloons.
see the bags are over there. Another big pile of stuff. Very colorful. Yeah,
It
it's
is.
trash, but it's colorful trash.
It is.
Van Gogh walked around through here.
Yeah, they would love this. I think it does look like art.
Oh well, you know, if I lit this with a bunch of carnival gels, we could have a party here.
Oh yeah.
A little mirror ball.
Yep.
I guess we're gonna have to move away from Phil Collins. He's really jamming it up there with the selection line. But so we'll get over here by the
Sure.
cardboard.
Oh yeah.
Big stacks of cardboard. Got to be 30 feet, 30, 40 feet tall. Just stacked back in there. I guess they're waiting for a tractor trailer to come in.
Yes.
So if there's one thing that you could ask your customers, both the business and the homeowners, about maybe making your lives more efficient or simpler, what would that be?
I would say if they could just recycle the things that we take and not what they wish we would take, that would probably make it the easiest for us, because then we wouldn't have to sort out the stuff we don't want, and it would just be the material that we want coming in, put into different piles and send it right out.
I would have to think that the biggest problem is the off-site containers where people just drop things in. It's not
Yeah.
a trash bin, is it?
It is not a trash bin, and I mean, we can't put any more signs on there than we have, you know. Do place here, do not place here, do not leave on the ground. I mean, if they would just look at the signs before they recycle, and if it's something we don't take, you can just bring it home and put it in your trash.
Well, it becomes trash too if it's left on the ground.
does.
And it's not like your drivers can get up and lift these heavy things, a washing machine or something.
They cannot.
Into the trucks. You're not designed to do business that way.
We're not,
So people need to behave a little bit better at the off-site areas, what I'm hearing.
Yeah, if they can just recycle right,
There you
that
go.
would make our lives so much easier.
And the best place to find out how to recycle correctly would be your website.
Yep, Center County Recycles. So easy to find and super simple website. A couple clicks and you find whatever you need.
Perfect. Well, Amy, thank you so much for spending time with Cans, Copy, and Mike, the podcast. And best of luck to you, and I hope you get the right kind of cans.
Oh, thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The sights and sounds of a recycling facility are a mix of grinding machinery and a mosaic of colorful bundles of plastic and cans smashed tightly together and stacked up to the ceiling. The smell? Actually, not too bad, but the doorways were wide open. No telling what the place smells like in December. Recycling is a necessary component of our collective efforts to minimize waste and reuse materials that should absolutely be reused. Landfills have a finite amount of space. Recycling just makes sense. Don't forget to log on to canscopymike.com and see the pictures of my guests and their garbage, or other stuff. It's nice to put a face to a voice. Till next time.